In the previous video we talked about merge sort. Now we have to discuss heap sort. But before discussing heap sort, we also need to discuss what is a heap, and then we can move on to discussing heap sort. Alright. So in this video we are going to be talking about heaps and the related procedures which are required for us to implement heap sort. Alright. So let's start. What is a heap? A heap is a data structure. Alright. And it is a nearly complete binary tree. What is a binary tree? A binary tree is a tree in which every node has at most 2 children. Alright. And a heap is an almost complete binary tree or a nearly complete binary tree. Now let me write it. Heap, nearly complete binary tree. What is the definition of complete binary tree? A complete binary tree is a tree in which all the leaves have the same depth and also all internal nodes have degree 2. Alright, complete binary tree. It means that all the leaves, a binary tree in which all the leaves have same depth and all internal nodes have degree 2. So how should it look like? Let's see. What are the leaves in this tree? Leaves in a binary tree are the ones that have no children, right? So this doesn't have a children and this doesn't have a children. So these two are leaves of the binary tree. Now the leaves have to be of the same depth. Are they at the same depth? What is the depth of a node? Now the depth of the node is the length of the path from root to that node. Should also write depth of a node. Length of path from root to a node is called as the depth of the node. What is the depth of this node? This itself is the root, so this is at depth 0. Why? The length of the path from root to a node, or the number of edges from the root to a node. The number of edges from root to this node. Which is the root node? This node itself. So the length of the path is 0. Alright. Now, in case of this node, what is the depth of the node? The length of the path from root to this node. What is root? Here. So from root to this, what is the length of the path? 1. So the depth of this node is 1. Alright. What is the depth of this node? Depth of this node is also length of path from root to a node. Length of path from root to node. So what is the length of path from root to a node? Root is here. This node is here. What is the length of path? 1. So this is the depth of node. If I add even one more node, what is the depth of this node? The length of the path from root to this node. What is the length of the path? 1, 2. So this is at depth 2. Alright. If I add something like this. Now what is the depth of this node? Length of path from root to this node. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So this is 4 is the depth of this node. What is the depth of this node? 3. What is the depth of this node? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that is called as depth of a node. So what does the definition of complete binary tree say? All the leaves have to be of same depth. Here are all the leaves in this particular tree. Are all the leaves of the same depth? Are all the leaves of the same depth in this tree? What are the leaves? This one is a leaf. This one is a leaf. This one is a leaf. Why? Because they do not have any children. So these are leaves and they do not have same depth. What is the depth of this? 1, 3, 4. So it is not a complete binary tree. Alright. Let's take another example. What is the depth of? Now which are the leaves? This. Now the depth of this node is length of the path from root to this node. 1, 2, depth 2. What is the depth of this node? 2 by the length of path from root to this node is 2. Alright. And What is the depth of this node? What is the depth of leaf? It is the length of the path from root to this node. From root to this node, if it traverses, the depth of the node is 2. Alright. And again, the depth of this node is the length of the path from root to this node, 1, 2. Alright. So these are all the leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because they do not have any children. Is this a leaf? No, because it has children. Is this a leaf? No, because it has children. Is this a leaf? No, because it has children. So these are internal nodes. And what is the definition? All the leaves have same depth. All the leaves have same depth, and also all internal nodes have degree 2. All internal nodes have degree 2. This is an internal node. This is an internal node. This is an internal node. What is the degree of a node? Degree of a node is the number of children of a node. Alright. So how many children this node has? 2. 1, 2. Alright. So the degree of this node is 2. Now this node has degree 2. Why? Because it has 2 children. Now this node has degree 2. Why? Because it has 2 children. So the degree of all internal nodes are 2, and also the leaves are at the same depth. It is called as a complete binary tree. Or let us see this. Alright. Now, which are the leaves? These are the leaves. Why? Because these do not have any children. Alright, so these are the leaves. Now calculate the depth of these leaves, all these leaves. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the depth of this leaf. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. So all the nodes have the same depth. Sorry, all the leaves have the same depth, which is 3. Alright, so this is a complete binary tree. Also, we have to check that all the internal nodes have degree 2. What are internal nodes? Internal nodes are the nodes which are not leaves and which have children. This has children. How many children does it have? 2. So the degree of this node is 2. Alright. Now this is also an internal node because it has children. And how many children does it have? 2. This also have 2 children. This also have 2. 2, 2, 2. So the node can be, a node can be either an internal node or a leaf. Alright. So we calculated the depth of all the leaves, and these are all of the same depth. And also the degree of internal node is 2. All the internal nodes have degree 2. Alright. That is, they have 2 children. So it is a complete binary tree. Alright. So that is, now if I say, let us take another example. Alright, so what are the internal nodes here? If I say A, B, C, D, E. Now internal nodes are A and C. Why? Because they have children. A and C are internal nodes. What is the degree of internal nodes? 2. 2 children. A has 2 children, B and C. C has 2 children, D and E. Alright. So these are the A and C, that is the internal nodes, have degree 2. Alright. So this condition is satisfied. But are all the leaves at the same depth? What is the depth? What are the leaves here? B, D and E. Alright, these are the leaves, and what is the depth of the leaves? The depth of this leaf, or that is named as B, is 1. Why? The length of the path from root to this node is 1. The depth of this node is the length of the path from root to this node, which is 2. Degree of this node, depth of this node is 2. So all leaves are not at the same depth, so this is not a complete binary tree. If you want me to take more examples, then alright. Now, which are the leaves? These two are the leaves. Now these two leaves are at the same depth. Why? What is the depth? 1, 2. What is the depth of this node? This leaf, 1, 2. So all leaves are of the same depth, but the internal nodes, 1, 2, 3, 3 internal nodes are there. And what is the degree of these 3 internal nodes? The degree of this internal node is 2. Fine. The degree of this internal node is 1. Why? Because it has just one child. And also this internal node has one child. So the degree is 1. So it also does not satisfy the definition of complete binary tree. Why? Because every internal node has to have a degree of 2. Whereas in this case, these two internal nodes have degree of 1, even though the leaves are at same depth. Alright. So the two conditions are, all internal nodes have to have a degree of 2 and the leaves have to be at the same depth. That is called as a complete binary tree. Now heap is a nearly complete binary tree. I should rub this. Now I'll just dictate, you may write it. Nearly complete binary tree is a binary tree which is completely filled on all levels except possibly the last, and the last level is filled from left to right. That is a nearly complete binary tree. What it is? It is a tree which is completely filled on all levels except possibly the last, which is filled from left to right. What does that mean? Let's see. Is this nearly complete binary tree? Yes, because it is filled on all levels. What does it mean by filled at all levels? Filled at all levels means all the internal nodes have degree 2. Alright, all the internal nodes have the maximum degree that a binary tree can have, that is of degree 2. That means that the tree is completely filled on all levels. Alright, now what is the level? This is level 0. Level you can think of it as a depth. Level 0, level 1. Alright, so all these nodes are have depth 1. At this level both the nodes have depth 1, so these nodes can be called as of level 1. Alright, so on both the levels it is filled. Now only the leaves are unfilled, so this is a nearly complete binary tree. Why? It is almost completely filled. It is filled on all levels except possibly the last. So in this level it does not have any tree. Alright, let us see more example. Is this a nearly complete binary tree? Is this a complete binary tree? No. Why? Because the leaves are not at the same depth. Alright, and also all the internal nodes do not have degree 2. This also does not have a degree 2. Even if it has a degree 2, then again it does not it is not eligible to be a complete binary tree. Why? Because leaves are at the different depths. Alright, so let us talk about this tree. Is it a nearly complete binary tree? It should be filled on all levels except possibly the last. Level 0, how many levels does it have? Level 1, level 2. Alright, why? Because this has depth 0, this has depth, these two nodes have depth 1. This node has depth 2. So we classify the tree into levels. Alright, all levels are completely filled. Is this level completely filled? No, it could have more nodes. Alright, and now this last level is not completely filled, but it is not filled from left to right. Alright, what it means to say is, even though there is this node, it has to start filling from here. Alright, last level is not completely filled. Last level, that is L2, is not completely filled, but if it has to fill, then it has to start from left to right. It can fill like this. Alright, so this is a complete binary tree. This is a nearly complete binary tree. Except possibly the last level, all the levels are filled, or even the last but one level cannot be completely filled. Alright, and it should be filled from left to right. Let us see more examples. This we have already seen, right? Is this a nearly complete binary tree? No, because this level is not completely filled and this level is not completely filled, and you have to start filling from left to right. Alright, at level 0 it can have at max 1 node. At level 2 it can have at most 2 nodes. At level 3 it can have at most number of nodes. It can have at most 4 nodes. At level 4 it can have at most 8 nodes. Alright, so you must have studied while you have studied binary tree. Alright, so I am not going into much details of it. All I want to say is, in a nearly complete binary tree, we have to start filling the nodes level wise and from left to right, level by level. So here, if this node has to be present, it should be present here. Alright, the nodes should be filled left to right. At this level 2 nodes are there, fine. At this level 4 nodes can be there, but 4 nodes are not completely filled. It is transferred onto the next level, which is not right. So this is not a nearly complete binary tree. Let's take more examples. Let's say this. Is this a nearly complete binary tree? Yes. If we have to fill just 2 nodes, we have to fill level wise. level wise. Alright, if I would have done this, then it is not nearly complete binary tree. Why? Because I have to fill from left to right. Alright, we have to fill level wise and we have to fill left to right. If I have to make a nearly complete binary tree with 4 nodes, let us say. Alright, so it should be like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, because this level can have just 2 nodes. Alright, now we have to, in order to place the 4th node, we have to start from left on the next level. If it is like this, it is not a nearly complete binary tree, or this, it is not a completely filled binary tree, nearly complete binary tree. Alright, so we have to fill level wise from left to right, then it is called a nearly complete binary tree. So a heap is a nearly complete binary tree. Alright, heap is a nearly complete binary tree, and we implement it using the data structure called as array and not using structures. Alright, what do we use? We use arrays, alright, and not any other structure. Why? Because it is a nearly complete binary tree, and saving this in an array would lead to more efficient space utilization. Alright, let me take an example. Alright, let me define more terms and then I'll take an example of how it is stored in array. Alright, so heaps are of 2 types. One is called as a max heap and one is called as a min. Max heap means the value of a node is at most the value of its parent. The value of a node is at most the value of its parent. What does it mean? This is a nearly complete binary tree. If a binary tree is complete, it is already nearly complete. Alright. If it is not complete, then we have to look for nearly complete. It is just that the levels need to be filled from left to right. Alright. So now the value of a node is at most the value of its parent. Let us say the value of a parent is 20. Alright. So the value of this node has to be at most the value of its parent. Means the value of this node can be at most 20 and not greater than that. Alright. So the value, if this is 20, then the value of this node is at most the value of its parent. Where at most, it can be at most 20, and in general case it will be less than that. The value of the node is at most the value of its parent. It can be at most 20. In general cases, it will be less than that. Alright. Let us see more examples. If I have this. Alright. It is a nearly complete binary tree. Why? All the levels are completely filled except the last or the last but one level, and it is filled from left to right. Alright. And we are just filling it level wise from left to right. Right? Now, let us say the value of a root is 18. So, the value of this node can be at most 18. The value of a node is at most the value of its parent. So, it can be 18 or less than 18. Let us say it is 18. The value of this node can be at most the value of its parent, that is 17. The value of this node can be at most the value of its parent. It can be 15. The value of this node can be at most the value of its parent. What is at most the value of its parent? Means it should be less than 18. Alright. So it will be, let us say, 14. So if we construct tree in this way, alright, or a heap in this way, what happens is the maximum value is present at the root. Contains maximum value. Alright, this contains the maximum value. And also the left subtree and right subtree also need to follow the heap property. What is the heap max heap property? The root has to have the largest element or the greatest element. Now this has to have the greatest element, this has to have a greater. Now this is a subtree and this is a subtree. Alright, now these also need to satisfy the heap property. What is the heap property? The value of a node has to be at most the value of its parent. Now the value of a node is at most, so done. This follows the heap property, and the value of root is the largest. In simple terms, if I define it, the root has to have the largest value. Alright, in in out of left child, right child and root has to have the maximum value. That is the heap property. As we go further, as we look at more examples, it will be more and more clear. As of now, just understand the root has to have the maximum element or the greatest element. In this tree, this is the root and it has to have the maximum value, that is 18. Now this is another tree. Left subtree itself has to satisfy the max heap property. It also has to have left subtree also should be a max heap, right subtree should also be a max heap. Now this is a leaf. Leaf is already max heap. Alright. Leaf is already a max heap. Why? Because the max heap property is that the largest element should be at the root. For this subtree, this itself is the root and it does not have any children. For this subtree, this is the root and it has the maximum value. For this subtree, if we consider a subtree with this as root, this is the maximum value and it does not have more value. So a leaf is by default a max heap. Alright. Now that is max heap, and in case of min heap, the value of a node is at least the value of its parent. At least. Alright. So in that case, what happens is the value of the root is the minimum. Alright. That means the root contains the minimum valued element. Like alright, so you write min heap and at least here. Alright. So the value of a node is at least. At least it has to be 7. It can be greater than this. The value of a node is at least the value of its parent. It can be greater than this. At least it has to be 7 and it can be greater than this. Let us say 9. Alright. So this is a min heap. In case of heap sort, we will use max heap. So we will be looking in more detail at max heaps, and min heaps we'll see later, or maybe we not look at it at that much depth or detail, but we'll look at max heap at much more depth and detail. And we go further in the lectures and the examples, it will be more and more clear. What is a max heap, what is a nearly complete binary tree, how we implement it using an array, and so much and all that. Alright, so for this video, I think it's been long, so I'll be covering more topics in the later video about the heaps, and we have to discuss functions like max heap, build heap, and other such functions. So in the next video we'll be discussing about it. That's it for this video, and hope you liked it. Please don't forget to press the like button if you happen to like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Press the bell icon so that you get notified every time I put up a new video. I'll see you in my next one.